Hi, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to show you some tips that will make you a better photographer. So, if you are in live mode, you can change, if you click the info button, what you see on the display on the back. So first you will only see your shutter speed, aperture and ISO and your battery. And if you click again, you see your drive and your white balance and stuff like that. And if you click it again, you see the histogram. And this one can be very helpful if you're out in the field. You can see if your shot is all the way on the left, so if the histogram is only on the left side, it's too dark. And if it's all the way on the right side, it's too bright. So you want to make sure that your histogram is well balanced, so you have all the information you need in the edits. So for example, you want to capture all your highlights, whites, shadows and darks. You want to make sure that you have a nice balanced histogram throughout. The next thing is aperture priority. If you are in a situation where the light is constantly changing and you need to capture pictures very fast, I suggest you don't use manual mode because you lose some time or your shots will be under or overexposed. So I would change your mode on your camera. So you click on mode and change it to aperture priority. This mode will ensure that only your shutter speed will change. So it keeps your aperture and your ISO. You can set those two values as you want, but your shutter speed will be adjusted so that your shot is perfectly exposed. And the last thing I recommend, especially if you really need to capture the perfect moment, is to change your drive to high speed continuous mode. If you're taking single pictures, it's something like this. So you notice you take one picture and that's it. But if you change your drive to high speed continuous, it will sound something like this. And that way you make sure that you got the shot you needed. In some cameras you can use high speed continuous or low speed continuous. Low speed continuous will sound something like this. Yeah. And of course you have the silent mode, but I don't think they work very well, so I don't use them at all. I use the high speed continuous mode or low speed continuous mode. And if you're using one of those two modes, you want to make sure which focusing mode you want to use. So if you want to use one shot, which means basically it takes the focus like this one time, and if I click now and make pictures, it will only use this focus point. So if your subject is moving, it can be out of focus. So you want to change it to AI servo. This way it will constantly adjust the focus and make sure that your subject is always in focus. Yeah, and this tip is very helpful. I always recommend, if you're on a professional shoot and you want to take pictures for a client or a model, take as much pictures as possible. I know it's much more work in the editing process to select the pictures, but you get the perfect moment and you get the perfect shot, and everything else you can delete. But you can't recover a shot you didn't take. So you can't have the shot where her eyes are perfectly open and she smiles perfectly. If you missed that moment, you just missed it. So I recommend use high-speed continuous mode because it helps you so much. Thanks for watching. These were my tips that will make you a better photographer. I hope you didn't know all of these tricks. And yeah, as always, if you want to know anything, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.